brave. And there's still much more news ahead. Eyewitness News at 5 begins right now.
Right now, it's New York's #1 news with Sade, Baderinwa, and Mike Marza, and meteorologist Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 5.
Happening right now at 5 o'clock, breaking news. The Knicks fire head coach Tom Thibodeau after the team's best run in 25 years. So what do fans think about this decision?
And developing right now, the family of the man charged for using a flamethrower to attack people is detained by federal immigration agents as authorities investigate what his wife and children knew about his plans.
A disturbing story out of the Bronx. A babysitter paid by the city accused of abusing the children in her care. And it is on video, and now cops have a warrant out for her arrest.
But first, a man shot to death on a street in Brooklyn. A second man shot in the eye and survives. Two of the latest victims of gun violence in New York City. So what's being done to stop it? Good evening at 5 o'clock. I'm Sade Baderinwa.
And I'm Mike Marza. Tonight, the search is on for the killer who opened fire on a street in Bushwick.
And both the mayor and police commissioners say that gun violence is down, but that doesn't mean much to the victim's family, now planning a funeral.
Eyewitness News reporter Shantae Lands live at the scene with what we know in our lead story tonight. Shantae?
To Chicago.
Never shy to share their opinion, that is for sure. We'll follow this story closely. Also tonight, the hunt is on for vandals who ransacked and then set fire to an historic lighthouse in Westchester County. Coming up, we'll take a look at the damage and the new images cops just released of the people they say may be involved.
Plus, a horrifying situation in the Bronx. A babysitter hired to watch children is now accused of abusing them. The allegations against her that have prompted a lawsuit.
And a stoop that has become somewhat of a celebrity along the Upper East Side.
A beloved historic attraction in Westchester County seriously damaged by an arsonist.
Tonight, the search is on for the vandals who set fire to the Terrytown Lighthouse over the weekend.
And what makes this even worse, the lighthouse just had a multi-million-dollar renovation. Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis is live with the latest. Marcus?
Monday.
Okay. Sounds
Not looking
great.
bad.
Yeah,
all right.
Not looking bad at all. Thank you, Jeff.
Sure. Coming up here on Eyewitness News at 5, we're going to tell you about a plane that made history this morning at Kennedy Airport.
And a new push to ensure the formula that newborns rely on is free of potential toxins. We'll tell you who's behind the effort.
The fighting continues to intensify in the Ukraine-Russia war, one day after direct peace talks failed to make any real progress. Ukraine says it destroyed part of a bridge linking Russia to Crimea. That is the key route. Still to come here on Eyewitness News at 5 o'clock. A babysitter contracted out of a New York City agency accused of doing the unthinkable to kids in her care. It is so disturbing, and as you see, it is on camera as the allegation, how her alleged actions were discovered and how the family is now responding tonight.
Plus, an intruder is taken into custody on the grounds of Windsor Castle, when it happened and what authorities are saying about the breach.
And we're going to introduce you to the troupe that's helping make this stoop wildly popular among locals and people on social media. Tonight, a stomach-turning story out of the Bronx, where a babysitter paid to take care of kids is instead accused of abusing them.
The woman hired through New York City's Administration for Children's Services was seen on video whipping two kids with a belt and beating them with a hanger. We want to warn you, the video is disturbing. Tonight, the children's family saying it's now suing.
And their lawyers spoke with Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu.
Well, millions of families rely on it each and every day, but how many actually know what it contains? Tonight, in order to review the ingredients in baby formula, we'll tell you who is behind the effort and what you need to know about this study.
Also on Eyewitness News at 5, a stunt taken too far? What a social media prankster is accused of doing that landed him in the custody of the Suffolk County Police.
We're looking at an air quality alert for tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. You want to avoid strenuous outdoor activities, especially if you're in a sensitive group, if you have a lung or a heart condition. This is caused by ground level ozone, not by the smoke that is making our skies a little bit hazy. That's from the Canadian wildfire smoke. Right now, 75 degrees in New York City, dropping down to 62 overnight. A warmer day tomorrow, 85. But the warmest is yet to come later in the week, along with some thunderstorm chances. We'll talk about that in your AccuWeather forecast.
Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is calling for a comprehensive review of infant formula, the first such review in nearly 3 decades. Kennedy says the effort, dubbed Operation Stork Speed, they're a great team covering that. Well, still to come, a stoop with a social following.
The little stoop with the gigantic personality, only in New York City.
When the buses are away, we take a walk here. We like do our own little photo shoot.
I'm Kimberly Richardson. Coming up, meet the family who lives here and those who adore their creation.
Oh, so it's like kind of like a Goldilocks situation, right, Jeff? We had
Yes.
cold yesterday, perfect today, right?
We are in the Goldilocks zone right now, but tomorrow things are going to be warming up, and then we'll get a lot of complaints about the heat and humidity, I think, come Thursday. Here's a live look at the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, and that is a hazy sky in the background. It's become hazier during the course of the afternoon. That's, of course, because of these.
That's incredible.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
Job well done.
Obviously, you can see how impressive that is with the Legos. I put together those Lego sets. That is not an easy feat, so that's incredible. A lot of people get to enjoy it. As we continue with the news here at 5, what started off as seemingly a harmless prank online, now landing a man in Suffolk County to be charged. Why investigators say some of his stunts just crossed the line.
And I'm Bill Ritter. Coming up on Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock, Andrew Cuomo now saying he regrets resigning as New York governor of New York. This after sexual harassment allegations. So why didn't he stay on the job? And why didn't he say something before this? In the final weeks of the campaign for mayor, he is taking a new approach to try to convince New Yorkers to vote for him. Is that what he's doing? Plus, a brave Good Samaritan rushing into a burning car to save a stranger. So what would you do in that situation? Those stories and much more next at 6.
Tonight on ABC 7, it's game night, starting with Jeopardy and Wheel. Then Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy Masters, and the Game Show Show. Followed by New York's #1 news, Channel 7 Eyewitness News at 11. Plus New York's #1 news on YouTube. Search ABC 7 NY to subscribe.
In an area of social media, when people push pranks to the craziest limits, all to increase their clicks and likes, stuff can get out of control pretty fast. Kyle Vasquez has gained a following, performing some pretty odd pranks, like dumping food over his head in public. But it's some stunts that took place behind closed doors that have now landed him on the radar of the Suffolk County Police. Here's Stacey Sager.
At police headquarters here in Yaphank, I'm Stacey Sager, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
There is much more news ahead. Eyewitness News at 6 starts right now.
Right now, it's New York's #1 news with Bill Ritter and Liz Cho. Ryan Field with sports and meteorologist Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 6.